All right, we're live. Sorry, it took a little minute there to get started more than usual, but we're mostly here. We do not have our good friend Sprite today, as they have they're currently suffering from the massive heat wave that currently a lot of the US is going through. So rough stuff. Rough stuff for people who don't have good air conditioning.
Yeah. Oh boy.
But we're here and we got a job to do. So first, starting off, last where we left off, you guys had successfully broken through the Brian King's forces to commune with the gasping Pearl, and Fidget got a vision on how to free Lisanessa. In addition to some more boons to Fidget's lashing current. You guys made a hasty teleport back to the material plane, where you guys ended up in the ocean, like 50 miles south of Absalom. Now, you gotta break through the blockade to get to Absalom, find some Arcanist high-level caster, something who can tell you how to teleport a mile-long construct. Actually, it would be I should know the math for this. It would be it'd be more than a mile long at the very least. It'd be like it's a mile wide ring. That's what we're gonna go with. And then you guys gotta go dive into the blue hole to get to the plane of water, or at least close enough to teleport the ring, as the last place you guys were was directly on the gasping Pearl. So, you guys have 2 days of swimming ahead.
Easy.
Plus,
Finally,
you have
we'll
to
leave
get
with
through
it
the
off.
blockade.
Even easier.
But yeah, so with that, y'all start swimming.
Gotta swim, gotta swim.
Now, thankfully,
Well,
due to Rumble's working, y'all don't get just hypothermia, which is good.
Good.
actually, as we started settling in, because Fidget needed to sleep for a bit there.
Oh, Fidget's muted.
Yeah.
There we go.
I can cast water breathing at least while you are preparing for nap. So we'll be good for a second.
Okay.
We'll be good for the first part. After that, oh, well, actually, wait a sec. I have it prepared at rank it probably shouldn't be.
Oh.
I have it prepared at second rank, not third rank. That's an hour, not 8
Shame.
hours.
Shame.
That's a major shame.
To be fair, Fidget's, I believe, lasts until next daily preparations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally, I don't have to think about it.
Yeah, typically when that happens, you'll be able to recast the spell. Everything should be Gucci.
But as Fidget's getting settled down, I just turn to the group and go, so, what the fuck happened with William back there? Like, I straight up thought he died.
To be fair, I thought I died too, and then clearly I didn't, so I just rolled with it.
I have no
Why'd you
idea.
decide
What
to have this
happened.
conversation when Sprite isn't here?
Listen, I needed this. I was going to have this conversation no matter what. I've been thinking about this since fucking last week. You can just say Sprite answers. It's fine.
The husk.
That's
Sprite
the
would-
problem. Sprite wouldn't.
Sprite would
That's
just
true.
say something like, I thought everyone knew.
No, Sprite would be like, I don't know. It was pretty weird when he just got bitten in half like that.
I don't think that's true. I think he would be honest with us.
No.
We can't
He might
even
brag.
anticipate what Sprite would do.
That's true.
I think William would know what happened. What like the spell might even be. I could guess, but because he's like, I got bit, and then there was a corpse on the ground. I was invisible. I could put two and two together.
That's true.
Are you just straight up asking him?
Maybe.
What if he's dead?
That's a good question.
Maybe he might
well-
be.
Well,
Away from his
if
computer.
Booter answers, but yeah, it was magical, and something to then, I guess, take advantage of the deception in the moment. Granted, not for my own use. I guess flattered that anyone would really mourn my passing, but apologies for the momentary fright.
You have no need to apologize.
We're just glad you're alive.
As
Yeah.
am
We're all here.
I, more than anyone, am glad that I'm alive. But still, emotions happen. And directly responsible or not, my hallucinatory corpse was the cause of it. Though it was useful, did take advantage of it. So if that happens again, well, see, that's the tricky part now, isn't it? I guess poke me with the stick a couple times if it does happen for real. Maybe swing in a wide berth around. Just wave your arms. I might be nearby. I'll tap your shoulder if I am. Then that's done deal.
I don't think Rumble would let you die.
No.
And then, we good? Like, we did just kill just a shit ton of people back there. Everyone doing okay?
Morally speaking, emotionally speaking.
That was a lot, but my arms are kind of killing me, though. I'll be honest.
And the only thing wrong with me is my arms hurt from lopping off so many guys' heads. Ever might be a psychopath.
Yeah.
Shifty eyes. I'm kidding.
I lose no sleep taking the life of someone who would have taken mine.
That's fair. Just making sure. Still a lot of death at our hands.
Yeah.
We are capable of a lot, but we prevent more.
True. Alright, just making sure.
It's a good thing to ensure.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Everett smells a little bit.
Smile back.
All right. Anything else before y'all, I guess, rest? Okay. So, y'all rest for the evening and begin your couple day journey back to Absalom. So, as you all begin making way back to Absalom, the seas are incredibly rough. Fortunately, y'all can just breathe underwater and swim, several meters underneath the ocean surface. But it definitely provides an ill omen for arriving at Absalom. After the second day, y'all arrive pretty early towards the morning. It remains dim due to heavy cloud cover. And as you're approaching, whether above or below the sea, you can see the frothing white wall before you. And also, additional perception checks.
I'd like to activate my Helm of Underwater action.
Okay. Sounds good.
God damn, Rumble.
Biotic
Oh,
God.
yeah. Oh, twins.
Okay. Fidget, Rumble, and William. You do notice something somewhat strange as you're approaching. Beyond the wall of churning water, you notice something strange, something about the outside keep. And something else. Most of the pilot island is underwater.
Oh.
That ain't good.
And the water's level seems to have risen nearly to the keep's base. The water had been rising even when you guys were in Absalom, but at such a small amount that, even a month or two's time wouldn't have been enough to see this dramatic a change. Something else has happened. It suddenly dawns on you all. This isn't simply a siege of Absalom. If nothing is done, the entire city, maybe even the whole island, will be underwater. The siege isn't to prevent people from coming in or to bring in any goods. It's to prevent the people from the island from leaving. So, what do y'all do?
Well, we do gotta find a good way in.
This is our first
I
thing.
mean, we could pretty much swim across by the keep at this point. Where would this be coming from? Guess we'll look for a way through.
Yeah.
If there's a good opening for whatever reason. I doubt there is, but if we can see like any sort of shifting movement that even like regular movement, anything where we can maybe slip past.
Well, the majority of the entire harbor of Absalom is being blocked off by this frothing like waves, this frothing water that even when you look underwater, it's almost as if it's a wall that goes straight down to the bottom. If you guys were to go, around the island on either side, you may find better access unless you don't want to risk the wall.
Might as well look on that other side, maybe.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
Okay. So which side do you guys start going towards? East side, west side, towards Dawnfoot, or more towards Shoreline?
So, boss, do you want to check on your mom?
Shoreline.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, y'all begin kind of circumnavigating this wall and heading towards Shoreline. As y'all begin to do so, you get the sensation that you're being watched, and before long, from deep in the waves, a variety of either like megalodons or other sea creatures begin assaulting y'all. Now, this is not a particularly difficult fight for y'all. You all have the skills necessary and the ability to get through this. But if you were on just a ship or something that could be easily sunk, or you just weren't nearly as powerful as you all were, you could probably see why anyone trying to leave from any point would be, well, doomed, to say the least. Not only do these said creatures attack relentlessly, but almost unendingly. There's even a brief moment where you are suddenly attacked by invisible, or at least seemingly invisible, water elementals. Before I'm sure William just desiccates them and they just disappear.
It is
in
any
little
number of
bubbles underwater.
creatures.
Yeah.
When there's like a whole lot of things, he just kind of puts his hand out and then just a bunch of things, a scary amount of things, especially he can use extend spell like for range with meta magic, just shrivel.
I don't even know if expend spell works on that one, actually. It might.
I don't see why it wouldn't. It just expends a spell's range.
Well, I know that there's some like weird stipulations to it, but regardless, doesn't really matter. They're not that strong, and if you did that, that's a scary what I think it's half the range added again.
It's just it adds 30 feet, so it'd be 530 feet.
530
all...
feet. Okay, that's what it was. Right.
Yeah.
So
So it's
Yeah.
any number of living creatures within 530 feet get all of their moisture ripped out. You know, pretty bad.
Yeah, in fact, let me test something here. I'm gonna let's see here. Well, it's huge.
Jesus.
I can take it.
Rumble, attack this megalodon for me, please. I'm just curious to see if you one-shot this megalodon.
You do.
Then rolls a nat 20. All right, roll your critical.
Yeah, just for fun.
Just for shits and giggles.
Good lord, man.
That was a really bad one.
Yeah, it's without the rage damage too.
Oh, that's
so if you
fair.
had another 16 on top of that, that would be 106.
Isn't 16 your rage damage? So wouldn't it be double that?
Yeah, 106 would be
Yeah,
106.
Oh,
If
would
I
be 32
add 32
more.
to 74.
Yeah, okay. You said add 16 made less sense. That's about half of his HP, so in 2 swings, Rumble can kill a megalodon, a gargantuan giant shark.
Yeah, just 2 swings.
A week.
Jeez.
That would have also crit it, yeah.
Uh, 115.
Yeah, it would be dead. It has 180 HP, so anything over 100. So yeah, you one round, just one in 2 actions, Rumble can cleave through a megalodon. But
Damn.
through your journeys, this is the power you've earned. You guys have become legendary beings.
With how the creatures are attacking us, do they seem more agitated because of the things going on in the harbor, or do they seem more manipulated to attack anything outside of their natural nature?
They definitely seem to be manipulated because it doesn't matter. Like any length of time, you're going to get attacked by like another creature. Many of which of significant like strength. Like a megalodon is a level 9 creature, you know. Even a bunch of adventurers of like veteran status would struggle against a megalodon at least a little bit. Several megalodons, maybe some water elementals. Especially if one is not acclimated to fighting in the water. These beings would be way more dangerous.
Devastating, even.
So, well, you all managed to, with a little bit of trouble, get to shoreline without much, without losing too much. Any normal vessel, even with trained soldiers, would probably be devastated if they tried to set out to sea.
Yeah, God.
And as a even more of a poignant part over here on Shoreline, this is the new Shoreline. As the water has nearly reached many of the houses that were, you know, relatively well off. And it doesn't look like much, but that's probably, like, I would say, oh, I don't know, like 200, 300 feet onto the shoreline. That's just
That's
gone now.
spooky.
Shit.
Damn.
So, y'all make back to shoreline. And almost right back in town. Conveniently or
Good.
not.
So convenient.
Wow. Pretty soon my mom's gonna have a beachfront property.
Wow, her property value just skyrocketed.
Wow.
Can
You have
she
to look on the
swim?
bright side.
All right, maybe this isn't that bad, guys.
But time's wasting, so you gotta sell.
I mean, beachfront bakery. I think you should keep it.
Yeah. And as you guys are kind of like walking up the shore, you see ever so minutely that with every wave, small and lapping though they are now, they seem to inch closer and closer onto land.
Huh. The fuck is going on? They reactivate some portals, or do they create new ones?
Who knows?
No idea, but it's connected to the priestess, and may have to kill her before we even get to setting about releasing Lucinaso.
Yeah.
What was that?
It's connected to the priestess, at least. Which means that we may have to kill her before we get to Lucinaso.
Oh,
If
That's
anything,
fair.
to prevent the city from drowning before we get back.
yeah. Oh, I just worry about that giant fucking fish.
You were so eager to fight it before.
False confidence. That thing's really scary.
Alright, let's go check on your mom.
And we go check on my mom.
Sylvanas,
Yeah.
can your mom swim?
Can my mom swim, Cam? I don't know.
Your mom, you tell me.
Probably. She lives in this city.
Okay.
I don't think swimming is the problem here.
Yeah.
I know, but he's just nervous.
You tried to take your mom towards the shore. You just hear da dun.
Oh no.
Shark! Shark!
You see Jason Statham fighting a megalodon in a boat just 30 feet off the shore.
It's Craig. He's gonna need a bigger boat.
Did you just fucking say Craig?
Crank.
I'm
Oh.
so tired. of saying-
Also, I'm pretty sure Jason Statham was in Meg. He's in one of the Megs.
If he was, probably. Meg is is certainly a movie that does exist on this earth.
It is a movie, yeah.
It's one of them
Or,
of all time.
series, yeah.
It is a movie that has a shark in it.
But anyway, yeah. You get back to your mom's bakery, and I mean, she's definitely stressed, but alive, and you know, not an immediate peril at the very least. When she sees y'all, she exclaims and holds you tightly, Sylvanas, as she tells you about all the scary things that have been going on. Mostly just the water rising, the Navy being consistently and constantly pushed back, ships being destroyed, and the ever looming shadow of some Leviathan that swims above the city of Absalom.
Oh. I hug her back really tightly. That sounds awful. But we're gonna stop it. We have a plan, Mom.
She just nods. She doesn't know what much to think. She's never really seen you in action, but seeing you all together and seeing how you guys have been doing all this, she has no choice but to believe at least in something.
Thank you for believing in me.
So, what do y'all do now?
Go ahead.
I moved the
I
time and all the elixirs went away.
I
Oh.
hate to ask then. Like to Sylvanas' mom. You wouldn't happen to have a boat, would you?
Most of the boats we had out on the shore were quickly destroyed or swept away. I wouldn't know of any places that have a boat now. All the places we held them were quickly swept up in the water.
Surprising.
Why are you asking about a boat?
We need to get one. We gotta
Yeah,
get
you
to
guys
the
need to
blue
go
hole.
out to the blue hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it was teleporting somewhere else and then getting a boat from there was the plan.
No, because if I use that teleport, then we can't teleport back to the Pearl.
It's if unless it's a the other bit is go chat with Jack and I could get a teleport.
To be fair, getting to the spot on boat will still take days.
Yeah. But we can't get a boat out of here because, sieged.
Well,
Jack doesn't work out. We can also go talk to Willow Gift.
That too.
He
Whichever
did have a
can get us
flying one at one point. He might at least have the schematics for it.
I don't think we'll be able to get out flying with that giant fucking fish in the air.
teleport out and then getting a boat somewhere else isn't a bad idea. It could probably our easiest bet if, for example, Teleport to a coastal area. Best case scenario, teleport as far as the shackles. Unrealistic, but maybe.
What city did we go to when we in the first section where when our ship was destroyed and we needed
Oh, that the
repairs?
Hell Knights took over?
Yeah. What city was that? Shit.
I was way down in the shackles.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in the shackles when we lost that boat.
No. The not when the ship got like blown up. The one when like we fell into the blue hole and we had to limp back to a city for it to get repaired.
Oh.
That was up by Cantargo.
Yeah, Cantargo. Go there probably.
Cantargo would be right off from it. It's
I guess
also
we'll be-
safe to assume, though, if we go anywhere, the water's probably also rising there just as fast.
That's
More
fair.
than likely,
Yeah.
but could have a boat.
Unless they're doing a localized flooding. It's
It
not
sounds
keeping the
like
water in.
When we heard their plan, they were saying about specifically killing this city.
True, but it doesn't hurt to be a little skeptical of it not affecting other places, even if their target is just in one area. The water doesn't rise in one singular place, usually, not without a good amount of magic. It's usually affecting everything. Which means if this place is starting to go under, I'm sure some of the Shackle Islands might be buried as well.
Might just mean we have to go far enough that the effects are a little more minimal than this. We're closer than yes, 100%.
The other hard part is getting a hold of Rion before we jump through the hole. Because that's going to be our closest gate to talk to him.
Though, at the very least, we might not have to. If at least Ness's current, this artifact, we can just ignore the current effect itself. We can just stop around the bubble around us. We can just fall right through.
You're phasing in and out for me, Alex.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't.
No.
Same.
Is that better?
Yes.
Probably.
Talk for longer. We'll see.
Okay. I hope this is better.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
I don't know why my mic randomly does that.
because it can.
I guess. At the very least, we have an artifact that turns off currents, at least, or I can control it in a general area. So we don't have to, I guess, worry about anything major. We can just fall right through, just directly down. The teleport part is a bit, you know.
We also have to time it, because Rion has to shut it off just after we get through, or we'll be shunted across the plane of water.
Not if we have the listen as current.
Yeah, William has the ability to divert currents.
Okay,
well-
that part, that part, the because that was the clarifier I was just gonna make was that's a current effect, not a teleport effect.
Can you do it through a portal, or do you have to be through the portal to set it off?
Oh, it's an aura,
Okay.
so it's literally just if you get out of 15 feet, bye bye.
Which means we would have to pretty much be tied to you.
Yeah, just stick next to me. We all hold hands.
Okay, there's that. Falling in's gonna be easy. Getting it there is the problem, because we have to shrink that thing down.
Yes, getting there is the real worry.
Yeah.
And we will need to take Rion with us since he knows how to activate it, or do we feel confident enough of activating it ourselves?
dive, bring Riam. I want to make sure we do it.
I could figure it out, but it might serve better to have him.
I don't think we should leave it up to chance on if we could. I want to bring along the person who knows how to.
That's about my opinion as well. We don't have the time.
So we're gonna go through with getting her free first and then coming back. Or are we considering that as one of the plans and getting that fleshed out before we try to figure out what to do here?
Isn't it all one and the same? We go down there and the main concern is we free the method of freeing Lisnessa is going to destabilize the city itself.
True, but the city can be rebuilt.
It can't.
Plus, if we're able to activate it and get her free, we can always attempt to shrink it down one more time. I can plan for an additional teleport to get us back up to the city using the artifact, the anchor that Riam gave me.
That's good.
Which means it wouldn't be gone from the city too long. My concern is how long that we're gone, because we were only gone maybe a day, 2, in the plane of water, unless time is different in the other planes. This is a lot of progress for a couple days of us being gone.
You were gone for actually a bit of time because you guys had to wait in the city for Riam to come back.
And then it took us like a good while just for the travel. But yeah, this will at least save us. It won't be as long, thankfully, with the methods that we're coming up with now. And the teleports he got.
I can plan for 3 teleports if need be. 1 to get us there, 1 to get us back to the city, and then 1 to get us home.
That would seem good.
Well, the hard part is, so whenever you use planar transport, unless you have a specific key to a specific location, you always appear in the last place you were on that plane.
So in other words, teleporting it down there is fine. Using the teleport to get back up to the city would work just fine, but getting back to the city itself, I would need an anchor for Absalom.
Right.
Guess I know what I'm going to go look for.
I'll see if I can get us something as well, because I'll see if I can secure us some method of getting out of Absalom.
Did you also want to research that spell to shrink things? Or do we want to see if we can find a scroll of it or something?
Let's see if we can find a scroll then. The money is a bit hard to come by, at least for me.
Maybe we can convince Willow Gift to our aid.
That might be the easiest way.
I guess it's off to Willow Gift then. If no one's got any other ideas.
Let's see if Willowgift can get us stuff for free, and if that fails, we got another wizard for at least a teleport. Because if I know a guy who might have a hyper specific teleport spell.
All right, I guess we're heading off to Willow Gift.
Okay. So you guys begin heading off to the Wise Quarter to go see Willow Gift takes you a couple hours. Oops, that's not the
On the-
hour button.
On the way there,
Okay.
I pull up next to Everett. Do you think you should try seeing your family again?
Yeah, I really want to. I want to make sure they're okay. But I don't know. We need to save the world, though. I don't know. I just
After-
don't want to be selfish.
After Willow Gift, let's go see them.
Okay. He just has this very worried look on his face.
You should take time to be selfish. Could ease your worries, to help you fight better.
You should. Yeah, we have the time as we're preparing for our exit.
You're right. Thank you.
Of course. Feels unfair that I get to see my mom, basically, at whenever I want. And you have to worry about being selfish.
Well, I know they're probably fighting off the thing because my family's in the Navy, but hopefully we can see them.
We will.
Your mom's not in the Navy, is she?
No, she's the only one that isn't. I just haven't seen her in so long.
I mean, I'm sure she misses you.
I miss her a lot too.
Do we want to take a detour?
Let's go to Wilget first, and then we could go see my mom.
Okay.
All right. So, y'all begin making way to the Wise Quarter. And you go to Willow Gift's Manor. You go up and you all just like knock on the door. Do you like bust in? What do you do?
I assume we knock on the door.
He can't stop us. I destroyed
Just Guys, he's depressed. No.
Rumble grows
kick
the
the door
size
in.
of the house and chops it in half. Where's Willow Gift?
Is he dead?
He might be if he was unlucky.
All right, so you
We're
knock
all
on the
under
door,
attack.
and that same butler from before comes out. He looks at you all, and he says, "The master is in. I'll escort you all to him right away."
Thank you.
Seeming to recognize the urgency of the situation and y'all's involvement, he wastes no time. He begins escorting you all up to Willow Gift's quarters, and as the doors opens, you see Willow Gift surrounded by a mound of papers, books, and all kinds of study material as he is earnestly and expediently researching something, at the very least. He's so deep in thought he barely notices y'all entering. So until the butler comes up and says, "Master Willowgift, you have guests here," as he looks up and he says, Oh, you've all made it back. Things have gotten much worse if you haven't seen.
We saw it as we swam in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just had to swim for the past 2 days. We got teleported back in 50 miles south of here.
Even.
That sounds dreadful, but I'm glad you all made it safely. I'm more impressed that you made it through the barricade. Any ships we've managed to send offshore anywhere on the island have been taken down by some form of sea creature or elemental.
Yes, it's a dreadful thing from a whole different plane. Pretty bad.
Yeah, we learned
Seeing
today.
it a lot closer.
Yeah, we learned
Not
today
bad.
that Rumble can cleave through a Megalodon in 2 hits.
Oh, my
Very
word.
surprising.
That's quite impressive. He takes his glasses off, he hops off his chair, and he kind of, like, walks up to you all, looking up at y'all. I'm assuming you found something, anything that can help us in this dire situation.
We did. But it's gonna require a lot more push on our end.
We have a direct, very tangible shot at stopping the entirety of this. The only hangup is we need to get to the blue hole. So,
We're gonna
Oh.
freelist Anessa.
Who?
She's a goddess on the water plane. Without her, there's no currents. If she can be freed and hopefully have a monochrome of her power restored, we may have a chance of fighting whatever's causing the water rises in Absalom.
Oh,
Also-
a goddess, you say?
It's
mainly
illegal.
also direct opposition of the party responsible, which is another large point.
You have all been very busy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, whatever you need, of course. Money's not an option. Many of us are willing to put aid. Some of the city's most premier mages have attempted to fight off this threat and have all failed terribly. It's like we're fighting the entire ocean itself.
Okay. Guess we just get him caught up on everything.
That sounds unfortunately like some form of divine artifact. There's really not much you can do to affect such a thing. Even if you could, shrinking something of that size, it would become so brittle it would probably break. He thinks to himself. The device itself acts like a portal, though, correct?
Yes.
Maybe. There might be a way, depending on its construction, it might be able to be converted and warp the portal around the ring itself. Kind of like an Ouroboros, it will teleport along to its destination. At the very least, it might flip, as it were, dimensions. You would need someone very advanced in both craft and arcane in order to achieve such a feat.
We all look at our hands that aren't meant for crafting.
Yeah. We have the
Lament.
arcade, but we don't have the craft.
Do we know of a crafter that's that skilled here in Absalom?
Willow give thanks for a moment and, well, I don't know exactly, but I'm sure we could round someone up. Though it would help if we had someone who knew anything about the craft of this machine or the schematics itself.
The only person that would know that I know would be Riam.
Yeah. That's the only person I could think of.
Hope he has crafting. Or at least has the ability to do so.
He at least has the knowledge on how those things are constructed.
Indeed, as Riam helped build them.
Then that'd be him. We have somebody, he's just in the plane of water.
Now we gotta get him here.
That does sound troublesome. I mean, we could transport you, but I guess that would defeat the purpose of your strategy. That's quite the pickle. Though, normally you can't use any form of communication between the planes, but we at the Arcanist Guilds have what's called a planar antenna, as it were, that allows you to communicate to anyone on the other planes as long as they have a corresponding sending stone or variation of the sort.
We do have that. We might not be able to get Riam here, but maybe we can get him to talk through the Sending Stone about his knowledge on how the portals are built.
That would be most helpful. We could get some of our engineers, especially those who were working at Blue Nautilus before it was swallowed up by the sea. I can't verify how much time it would take, but we could at least make a schematic of some kind.
It's a start. Anyone else got any other questions?
Trying to see if we need anything else, because we have such a chain of fucking teleport ping pong.
Oh, yes, and if you wish for materials and the scroll teleport, we can obviously provide that to you. We also have a teleportation center that can take you to any major site that has a teleporting device. Magnamar would be the closest to your destination that you were going.
Would help.
That definitely would get us off the island without any problems.
Though you would still be quite a distance from the blue hole. I think I know what we can do. Yes, that might work. Do you remember the sapphire cutter?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Blue Nautilus does have its prototype, though it is probably currently submerged. But if it remains in the hangar, at the very least, it shouldn't have been majorly damaged. We can create a teleportation like tether that should be able to transport something the size of the ship with wherever you all are going. It might be a bit helter-skelter, but you might be able to teleport with the ship somewhere on the sea, as long as the teleportation doesn't go too awry. The ship's definitely not nearly as fast or as sophisticated as the Sapphire Cutter was, but it works, and it does use one of our Econo engines, so it can propel itself quite quickly.
It'd be faster than any ship we could get our hands on now.
Significantly.
And
Yeah.
it's better than nothing.
But who would pilot it?
We need a Captain.
Captain Mary is still around?
I do believe, unless I know he said he was helping out with the Navy, so it's hard to say nowadays. They've experienced some significant losses in the last few days.
So we've heard.
Well, I'll send out some communications. Time is of the essence. I'll get to that right away. He kind of struts over to his table and kind of hops up and begins like frantically writing all kinds of notes to all kind of associates or the like that he has.
Alrighty, now we just need to find something that'll anchor us to Absalom.
Oh, yes. We do have a key. Here, let's see. He stops writing in several pieces of paper and pushes them aside to write another piece of paper. Here, take this to the Arcanist Guild. This will provide you not only the tuning fork materials for teleportation and everything that you need, but also access to our planar antenna, so you can communicate with this Riam.
Alrighty. Is Peter still around?
Oh, no, unfortunately.
Okay.
He... All has happened since we lost you all in the shackles.
I figured. It was still, it didn't hurt to ask. I am sorry for your loss. He was brilliant.
He was.
Alright, let's get going.
All right, you're. Sorry, go ahead.
Thank you for everything, Willogift.
Thank you for helping us.
I should be thanking you all. You are the ones who are most likely to save the day. I'm just someone with some deep pockets and connections. He hands you all the missive, though, that you can take to the Arcanist Guild.
Don't sell yourself short in that matter. If it hadn't been for y'all getting us together in the first place, we wouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
It's also true.
I guess you're right. I'll take some solace in that. His face goes through a complex number of emotions before he kind of nods resolutely. All right, well. The sooner you can contact this Riam fellow, the better. Then we can get them in contact with our Arcanists, and then we can all start working on these plans. It might not be as quick as we can hope. The water rises by 20 to 50 feet per day on the shoreline. We had time, though. A few weeks at most. Most people are heading inland now, towards the center of Kordos. Many homes and businesses will be lost, but we can stop this. We can always rebuild.
Couple buildings to an entire island is preferable.
So I would say thousands, few thousand buildings, but sure. Sorry, not trying to be pedantic. Anyway. Anyway, come on. Chop, chop. Go talk to the Sriam fellow.
Alright, let's go. Just grabs the nearest person and just starts dragging him.
Ah! Oh. Dragging us both.
Huh. Grappling's a manipulate action, right?
Oh no!
Pulls out weapon.
Just kidding.
Busts through the roof, grows to gargantuan size.
Rumble's like a fucking T-Rex. He sees movement and he's just like immediately like set off.
Don't move too quick around him or he'll grow 3 stories tall and smash you.
This is the problem. It's he just If you stand perfectly still, Rumble can't see you. Everything's a manipulate action to Rumble.
That'd be terrifying.
Yeah.
You see, every action an enemy does is a manipulate action. Wow.
All right, come on. I'm just dragging them.
I will say, grappling is not a manipulate action for all those rule nerds who are gonna watch this.
Nerd. If you knew that, you're a nerd.
Erase that comment or go delete it right now.
I'm gonna opportunity attack somebody who grapples just because of that.
Abelard, delete that man's comment.
Abelard, delete that.
Anyway, so you all head off to the Arcanist Guild post haste, and you get the materials you need, so money and scroll, William, to learn teleport. And I guess for anyone who'd want to learn as well, and Fidget also wants to learn because I believe.
What a question, sir. What level of teleport can I learn?
You're a wizard. When
Any?
you learn any level of teleport, you know them all.
Hey, gamers.
Hi,
Good
gamer.
news. You guys want to know what heightened level 8 casting of teleport does?
No.
You and other targets can travel to any location on the same planet. If you travel more than 1,000 miles away, you arrive only 10 miles off target.
Yo.
Whoa, that's cool.
Yeah,
The
teleport.
spell isn't good
very
though,
handy.
but it's really handy.
It isn't good.
It's not good, but it's handy.
Okay.
I just don't. I'm not gonna take it, but I'm
It's
gonna
not
use.
ripping a man's face off.
It's not ripping guys' face off or like beheading or taking people's water. So like I don't like it, but I'll at least keep it. Just that I can solve some of the issues now. I'm gonna have teleport.
Shakes my head.
Oh yeah, I need to roll a Arcana funny thing, right? Worry
Yeah,
about
when you
that.
have time, it's gonna take you a minimum, I think, 6 hours to learn the spell.
The preparations that we all need to do, because it sounds like Everett might want to chat with Dad. Also, hint, hint. It sounds like your family, might know how to use a boat if they're in the Navy.
That's also true.
Imagine. But William's contribution can largely be getting that teleport, because that was literally one part of his plan.
Makes even more sense that I ever figured out that ship or the submarine.
Yeah.
True.
I do have
I
a
think
lot of
William's just-
siblings.
Dodging family drama.
He does not want to get involved with your parents.
I don't
But
blame him.
your dad, probably a cool guy, maybe.
Plus,
Seems
he's
like
already
Brady
he's
did.
already involved with another person's mom already. So
I'm a taken man, so it'd be awkward.
Oh, a few.
I can't swoop into everyone's family life. Also, your dad's taken, so it'd be awkward to doubly if I swooped in there. Because I would, but it'd be awkward.
That would be really weird.
Fuck off, William.
What do you mean?
Wait, Sylvanas, where'd you get that?
Don't worry about it.
Savannah's just found Starfinder rules. What the fuck?
An
But,
old, super dried up gnome is just like, man, guns have progressed so far in this time.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Back in my day, they were smoothbore.
Alright, we got the materials for the tuning fork. That'll get us back here.
And you guys are also in the place that has the antenna that you can talk to Rian through.
Yep, which means he's going to have to give up his knowledge on this. Okay.
That would be a fun method of convincing.
I mean, if he wants to free Lucinessa, he's got no choice.
It is probably the only reason he would. It's followers of gods and all that. No offense.
None taken. It's understandable coming from heathen spellcasters.
If I had a god, I'd also want them freed, much like if I found a fun book, I'd want to read it.
Yeah, that's fair. Alrighty, to the end.
All right, so y'all head to the room that contains the antenna. You see a strange tree-like device made of a material you've never seen before. It's currently contained in this like glass holder. When you come in, the Arcanist comes over and like removes the device, and the antenna itself is beginning to hum in several frequencies at once. Just so you know, we haven't worked out everything with the antenna. We prefer you keep your conversations short. If you're in the room with this thing for more than like 30 minutes, it will drive you insane.
Oh.
We'll keep going.
I think hearing that, William promptly, I don't know, not to even be that player, I don't think William wants to stay in this room. But
Hey, Ever, you want to go see your family?
you all,
Yeah.
let's not go. Not everyone should go insane. Maybe.
If anything, Sylvanas, why don't you go with Everett? His siblings are a lot.
Not all of them, but he's the worst.
I still wish I had hit him and risked going to jail for the night.
I'll make sure to hit him if he acts up for you.
Thank you.
I don't want you to get in trouble, though.
I'll just run away. What are they gonna do? Catch me? Lamau.
He just chuckles and smiles at that.
Alright, well, did you want to just wait outside the room then, William?
Unless it's you need some another voice speaking, but I assume it's a one-to-one connection.
It is a one-to-one connection, plus I think just getting him caught up with the basis of everything that happened down there and telling him we need his help and knowledge. And we'll need him to be free for that.
Yes. Then be right outside to prevent from going insane. Scream, I guess, if you need to be pulled out.
Yeah, if I'm going insane, just drag me out.
Will do.
Alrighty. She reaches out to Riam.
All right. So you reach out to Riam, and I'm assuming you just tell him.
She gives him the cliff notes as best as possible to keep this as short as possible, but enough knowledge that he knows what the plan is.
Hey, Riam, I'm in a crazy room. Can't go too in depth.
It doesn't take much convincing with your prophecy given to you by Lucinessa. Riam will do anything to free the Deep Mother, or not the Deep Mother, but the Mother Occurrence. So he is completely on board. When you get his permission, you let the Arcanist know. They send some people in. They have to actually wear these like pendants that make them immune to sonic damage, as the frequency, the humming of this antenna is what drives you insane, essentially, because it's vibrating not just like multiple tones at once, which, you know, imagine being alone in a room with this thing that's vibrating and making noises at like several tones at once, but it's also vibrating multi-dimensionally. So
Do you happen to have a spare one of those pendants?
yeah, of course, whatever you need.
Yeah, if anything, just so I can keep this going longer so y'all can get the schematics.
Of course, and they provide it to you. You become immune. Apparently, the guy before either didn't know or was fucking with you.
I don't got time for his shenanigans already.
I respect it. You got to dedicate yourself to bait, even to the bait, even if it's the end of the world.
Honestly,
True.
that's the time you have to. Gotta have something.
Alrighty, and she communicates middle ground from Riam for them.
All right. It's quite the extensive process, and a lot of what they start talking about eventually starts flying over your head.
As long as they understand.
William begins learning how to teleport, and we'll jump to Everett and Sylvanas. I do believe that's enough. The original teleport is 6th rank, I believe.
6th level.
DC 28, you crit.
I'm so good.
Let's go, wizard.
Yes.
So, and was it just Sylvanas and Everett, or what's Rumble doing?
Rumble could join if he wants, but
I need some muscle.
yeah.
In case you need a family member dead.
No.
Yes.
Want me to cleave your house?
Maybe.
Oh god, no.
I mean, he's a big proprietor of sometimes you need to destroy something to make it new.
We're gonna take this broken home and we're gonna fix it, damn it.
If we kill a
But
family
sure.
member, your parents can just make another one.
He could join along.
Just don't kill anybody. Please.
I mean, I wasn't planning on it.
Okay, phew.
I
They
They
promise
start to
not-
jump us with guards. That's on them.
I promise not to kill anybody.
Sylvanas feeling left out, not being a psychopath. I won't
Don't
kill your
worry,
family
Sylvanas,
either.
I trust you.
Okay. So I'll provide this now. The next section is going to be a little emotionally charged. Do you want to take a break now, or do you want to take a break after?
That's up to you, Alicia.
Let's take it now, just in case for everybody.
Okay.
I got really.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick 10-15 minute break a little bit early. And so at least you're going to mentally prepare. And we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Got a cookie in my mouth. All right, so Everett,
Yes.
you return home. What does your humble abode look like as everyone comes up to it?
At first, you see this beautiful gate, and it's just very ornate and fancy with beautiful leaves curved into it. And as he opens the gate, you just see this walkway with a bunch of beautiful trees and this giant mansion. And it looks like it's been here for a very long time. With beautiful pillars. Almost kind of like the White House, just and this and then as you come up, there's this beautiful giant ornate door. And you see a symbol of a lion on the handle.
Whoa. Fancy place. Holy shit.
Yeah. Almost looks the same. Almost.
Anything particular has changed?
I've noticed there's some more trees. They've planted more trees, but you just see him fidgeting with his gloves. He just hasn't been here in so long.
I grab his hand with my hand. It'll be okay. Take a deep breath and knock on the door when you're ready.
He just takes a deep breath in and then lets it all out. Thank you, Sylvanas.
Of course.
I'm not ready, but I want to make sure they're okay.
That's fair.
He knocks on the door.
Okay. You knock with the ornate knocker, and then not too long after that, soon after that is what I was trying to say, the large cathedral doors open. And there before you is an elven butler who looks at you all. And he looks like he's about to say something, but his eyes meet Everett's, and he's like, "Oh, Master Everett, you're here."
Yeah.
Well, welcome home, my lord. He
Thank
looks at
you.
you, his facial expression is stoic, but his eyes conveying a complex set of emotions. He motions for you to enter, and you're allowed to. This is your house. You can go wherever, do whatever.
Okay. Everett hesitantly steps in and he asks, do you know where my mother is?
Lady Eva is currently in the upstairs study.
Okay. Thank you. And then Everett motions everybody to come with them upstairs.
I follow up.
I follow as well.
All right. You are confronted with a large. Oh goodness, I lost the word. What's it called? They use this in so many places. The
Foyer.
foyer. There it is. And before you see, like, it is massive. The ceiling is probably 50 feet high. There's a massive set of stairs before you that kind of branch off and lead up to a second level. This place is big, very cathedral, Arco-Greco-esque styling. You see, you know, in contrast to the ivory kind of color of the building, there is the what's your family's colors? Everett?
More uh a light blue and gold,
Okay.
like a baby blue.
You see these nice light blue carpets trimmed with gold and these nice dark kind of onyx looking busts and a variety of vases about that kind of bring this whole place into a very scenic look. If it wasn't so cloudy outside, there is a large like window behind the stairwell that casts natural light into the foyer. And as you all kind of begin heading to the stairs, suddenly a woman kind of comes out of a nearby hallway and stands at the top of the stairs. Everett, go ahead and describe your mother for us.
Oh, so she's about average height, about around 5'6", human, and she has a long, dark brown hair, and you can see a little bit gray streaks in it. And she's about in her mid-50s, and you can see a little bit of wrinkles, and she has very pretty green eyes. You can see where Ever gets his green eyes from. And she's wearing this really nice burgundy dress.
She at first she's shocked as she sees you. Her mouth agape, as if she wants to say something. Before she hikes her dress up and begins rushing down the stairs. Before you know it, Everett, your mother throws herself at you, clinging to you, as she's like, "Oh, Everett, Everett," and she's weeping. As she
Everett,
holds you tightly and kind of strokes the back of your head.
Everett hugs her so tightly, and just tears are just streaming down his face uncontrollably. I haven't seen you in so long. I'm sorry, Mom. I miss you so much.
She attempts to reply, but it is little more than mumbling between several hicks from her crying, as she is inconsolable at the moment. Though Everett cannot see, but everyone behind Everett can. Her face is not one of happy sadness, but of a deep, deep sadness and distraught.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
It's a few moments as she just clings to you tightly. It starts to feel off. You always had a good relationship with your mother, and so you expected something along these lines. But this seems different than what you were expecting. After a few minutes of this, you get the feeling that something's wrong.
He lets her go and he asks, is everything okay?
She desperately tries to compose herself. She's wiping the tears from her face. She can barely croak out a few words. Before she bursts into tears again.
It's okay, Mom. Just breathe. It's okay.
She is gasping between sobs, desperately trying to calm herself down. Something truly terrible must have happened.
Mom, I need you to breathe. Did something happen?
After not much longer, the butler comes by and he says, "You should go see Master Draenor. He's in his open study. I'll console the missus."
He just immediately goes to the study. Just rushing up the stairs.
I awkwardly follow behind them.
The only sounds that accompany you through this large house are the sound of your footsteps echoing off the walls. This large place seeming, despite full of decorations and the light, have a ring of hollowness to them. You follow several lines of carpets leading you to the north wing of the estate, where you enter in through another set of double doors. This one not quite as cathedral-esque, but still, doorways that are 10 feet tall. And before you is a large library with a large fireplace currently going, but all the curtains have been drawn completely shut, leaving this room dark, illuminated only by the pale orange of the flame. And there, sitting in a very ornate chair of black and gold, a man slumped, looking into the flame. Everett, go ahead and describe your father for us.
Everett looks a lot like his father. His father has long, beautiful, silky, blonde hair. You're kind of jealous of how beautiful his hair is and wondering how he's done it. And he has a very stern look on his face. And he's a little bit older, with piercing blue eyes. And he has a more dancer's-like body, even though he doesn't look strong. But if you fought him, that'd be a completely different story. And he's most likely wearing his burgundy robe.
All right. One second, I need to change the music. All right. So, as you all enter into the room, your father leans, not even having the energy, it seems like, to turn his own head. He looks. He sees you standing in the doorway, your dark silhouette. You can see the slightest hint of warmth in his eyes before they suddenly turn sharp and icy. His voice somewhat quavering, he speaks. You. Where have you been?
I just thought I couldn't face you after what I've done to you.
He rises from his seat, and y'all can detect a hint of malice as he stares at Everett. After everything I've done for you, after everything our family has gone through, after what you did to me that day, I don't know what repulses me more, Everett. The fact that you are here in Absalom and you've dared not to even come to your home to see your mother or your brothers or sisters, or the fact that you even came here at all, despite everything.
How was I supposed to face you after what I did? I never meant to hurt you, and I'm sorry.
Arlen and Caden are dead.
What?
Defending the city as honorable Marines. Where were you? Gallivanting with some gnome? We heard from Rayfun you were here. That you meekly wouldn't even defend yourself. You barely even looked him in the eye. Your own family!
What was I supposed to do? I've been helping trying to save the world.
Like I would believe that. Look at you. You look fine enough as you are. You could have came to your home, apologized to your family, apologized to me. I nearly lost an eye, Everett. Lucky I didn't send the guards after you after what you did. Assaulting a general of this city's very own navy. I figured I'd let you cool your head. But from what Rayfun said, you were just enjoying your life. Ignoring your bloodline. Forgetting your family.
I've never forgotten about you. I've been out there every day, and
Then why didn't you come?
I was just too ashamed. How was I supposed to face you after what I did? I love you guys. You mean the world to me.
I don't believe you. After what happened in the ports that fateful day, Arlen was the first. One of the first ships that Beast crashed into. You know our family runs the Navy. You know we would have been on the front line, and yet you did not come to check on us afterwards.
You see tears stream down Everett's face. He is distraught. And he barely knows what to say.
He wanted to, but he didn't want to be selfish.
I
Like
will
he
not
said.
hear from any
Stop!
outsiders in this.
Shut
No!
up!
You shut up! You don't know what our family has gone through!
I don't care.
If you speak again, I will kick you all out of this house.
Do not lay a finger on them. I know I did stuff wrong, but they did nothing wrong.
You've done nothing! You've done nothing for our family! You've ignored us!
I am doing something. I'm trying to save the world with them.
Save the world? What nonsense are you talking about? How could you save the world?
Well, it's not just me. There's more of us, but Everett will try to explain everything.
He doesn't
And-
give you any opportunity. Says, I don't want to hear any of your stories.
I'm not making this up. I wanted to see you guys, but
than you should have.
I'm here now.
To what? Exactly.
Wanted to make sure you're all okay.
And not before?
I know. I messed up.
You did more than mess up, Everett. You abandoned your family.
I didn't want to. I love you guys so much. You mean...
Then tell me, truthfully now, after that day at the port, what stopped you from coming to see us?
It was you. I couldn't face what I did.
It wasn't me then, was it? It was you! You stopped yourself from what you did! I can't believe I've sired such a coward. Couldn't even take responsibility for himself.
Everett just cries more.
He's visibly shaking with rage. Looking at him now, you can definitely see the exhaustion you had seen before has only multiplied since then. And it strikes you for a moment. Why isn't he currently working with the Navy at the moment? Why is he here? Why is he in his robe, sitting in his study? Looking at the state of him, he's not well. The stress has probably become so severe that he was dismissed, being unable to work. There's a deep, long, and uncomfortable moment. I'm just shaking violently in front of you. I'm looking at you, his face so contorted with anguish, completely betraying the stoic nature you knew of your father before. He seems to take a moment to consider some course of action. And then it's almost as if all the tension is cut and his body slackens a bit. Leave.
But
Never come back. Forsake your name. I'll have nothing to do with you.
you just see Everett, even though he was emotionally distraught before, but you just see full and pure devastation as he looks down to the ground and his eyes look dull.
Second, hey, this music sounds a little too happy for this moment. That's not what I want either. I haven't used some of these songs in quite a minute. There we go.
I'm sorry for what happened to them, but I will avenge them. I promise you.
He raises his hand to stop you. Speak not to me. We are strangers now.
You don't mean that, do you? Please. I know I've messed up, but... You just... More tears just stream down Everett's face, and he kind of is choking a little bit.
I see why not you would concern yourself with us. You've been treating us as strangers this whole time.
It's because I love you. I'm sorry I've been weak and I've wanted to become strong, but I just wasn't good enough. I tried so hard. And I never meant to hit you. And I never meant to leave anybody. I love you guys. I never wanted to run away from home, but I just couldn't face you again. I'm sorry.
He just gives you the coldest stare you've ever seen him give in his life.
Please, I'd do anything. I love you guys so much.
You see some of the anger build up in him again, but it seems to empty out just as quickly, and he just turns from you, staring into the fire. He seems to have no intention of speaking to you again.
Everett will turn around and look to the party, and he looks devastated. You've never seen him this emotionally distraught, ever. Just tears just keep streaming down his face. And he tries to speak, but it's hard for him to talk.
Come on, Everett.
He follows Rumble, just staring at the ground. Just with a dull look in his eyes.
I enter the room and I approach Everett's dad.
Okay. You get about 20 feet. And he says, take one more step and I'll sever your head from your body.
I take more.
All right. In a flash, he grabs a blade that was on over the fireplace, and he'll attempt to strike you. Let's see here. Gotta do some math. Alrighty. Does a 39 hit?
It does.
All right. You take. Let's see. Nope, that's not correct. There we go. Yeah. Makes sense. Alrighty. 20 slashing damage. And you begin bleeding profusely for d6 damage.
As the swing comes at me, I quickly unsheath my rapier, parry it upward a little bit, but it still nicks my face. But I leave my rapier in a more defensive stance, not making any aggressive moves.
You see, just as keenly, he has readied his blade. You see a coldness in his eyes and a sense of pure malice. He will kill you, or at least he'll try.
I begin my dueling dance. You've already lost 2 kids. Are you really sure you want to lose another today? Everett is not... I can't speak for what happened shortly after that day at the port. But since then...
He cuts you off
Everett
and
and I-
begins to strike again. I'll let you continue between things, though.
Everett and I have been traveling the world.
So the
Host of
41 hit.
people. Does.
Let's see. First of all, we'll wait for a second. Oh, no. So we'll say you take 6 bleeding damage. Go and roll persistent. Or a flat d20. You continue bleeding.
Pog.
All right, so you hit you. That's our 18 damage.
Uh-oh. It didn't pop up in chat for me.
That's strange. It's not hidden.
Probably just a refresh issue.
Yeah, probably, because I can see it.
Then just take 18 damage.
Refreshing real quick. But you've been traveling the world, host of people. Ow. Mm. Solving the portal issues. And he's not lying when we say we're trying to save the world. Just the other day, we were in the plane of water, trying to free a goddess that our friend is
He's gonna strike you
service
again. Ooh, that's a critical. Even if a 49 isn't, because this is also a Vorpal Blade. Oh no, I was not ready for this.
You have a hero point, make him reroll it.
You know, it's true. 0 point.
That sounds fair. Alright, let me delete that then.
It would be the right decision because the alternative is possible death.
Yeah, you would need to make a fort save, or he just lops your head off.
No!
Yeah.
41, does it hit?
Yes.
Okay. First we'll take the D6. It's another 6 precision damage. Roll flat 20. I guess you don't even have to roll the flat 20 because he hit you a second time, yeah. Let's cut out the middleman. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. $22 damage. Your streaks of blood now coat the floor in several places, but go ahead and continue.
Just the other day in the plane of water, we took down 2 adult brine dragons and a third one, much bigger and larger. Everett was key in taking them down, and then after that, for the next 10 minutes, while our friend was preparing a teleport spell to get us out of there, we slaughtered the rest of the garrison. A troop of over 1,000 in the matter of those 10 minutes. And again, Everett was key in that. I don't know the full details, really, what happened between you and Everett. Everett's different. Everett's changed.
He strikes you one more time.
Miss. Parried, bitch.
All right. The more you speak, the more you lack retaliation, the more his grip seems to waver a bit. His strikes are keen. You can start to see now why he's called the Lion of Absalom.
I'm not telling you or asking you to forgive what he did. I'm just asking you to at least consider getting back in touch with him.
Okay. Go ahead and make a diplomacy check.
My hands are shaking. This is... Ugh.
Do you want to use my hero point just in case?
If you're offering it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Use mine.
Only Everett's will count for this one.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Fair.
Okay. He, holding his blade at you, his aim deviating somewhat, he collapses to his knees. The blade clatters against the floor. He looks devastated. His eyes hollow. For the moment, at the very least, it doesn't seem like he's going to talk much more. But it seems like what you said did strike him some way.
I sheath my blade. Thank you. I don't know if there's going to be more talking now, but if there isn't, you can always send a message to my mom's bakery at insert address here. The note will be passed along to him.
He continues to stare vacantly at the floor.
I just turn towards Everett.
You bleed. For 1 damage. Go ahead and make a flat check.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Well, bleed is always just my bane.
It's a shame that Sylvanas bled out before she could tell everyone what happened.
Unless you guys, like, knowingly walked away when a combat was happening, like, 50 feet away, I'm sure you guys are aware of what happened.
Yeah, people can help.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I thought maybe Everett was in such shock. I don't know.
I mean, he might be. That's your decision.
Yeah,
It's all
turned towards you.
story.
because I assumed you guys were at least within eyesight, even if you had walked away a bit.
I suppose Rumble would have stopped. He didn't think you would die, though.
I think he was
So-
sitting on the floor.
Now that I know it's a Vorpal Blade, oh no.
Yeah.
That would have been real bad.
Yeah, he's, by the way, a level 15 fighter. Marshall, too, funny enough. He is a
Go
general.
ahead.
And that Vorpal Blade is also a major striking weapon. I said he was trying to kill you. I was not kidding.
Yeah.
He doesn't fuck around.
By the way, you bleed more.
Fuck yeah.
1 more damage.
Oh no.
Can I make a flat check?
Oh,
Oh, you succeed. You stop bleeding.
holy shit. A miracle.
Anyway, so you look to them. Streaks of blood dripping from your face and arms.
Honestly, Everett just looks a little shocked right now. After what he heard.
After like a good 10 seconds of staring at each other, I turn back towards him. Pleasure talking with you. As I walk out of the room.
Okay. Savannah, let's go ahead and take a hero point.
She's learned to sting mentally.
Yes.
He is suffering the sting now.
That's true.
I don't know if he'll be up for talking much, but I did tell him where he could send a note to.
It would appear he needs some time.
And I think you do too, Everett.
Everett just nods his head. Slowly. And he looks up to you, Vanis, with a little bit of guilt of what you did for him. And then looks back down.
Honestly, Everett, I don't know how much of that was doing it for you. He was just being a fucking dick.
I deserved it.
What'd you say?
I deserved it.
Nah, that's not true, bud.
I just got angry one day, and he was being himself, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I tried so hard to be a good fighter, but I wasn't good enough.
And yet,
I never meant to hurt him.
and yet here you stand, slayer of 4 dragons. Almost a 5th. Can he say that?
Ugh.
Has he been to the plane of water and piloted a nautiloid?
Not that I know of. But
I don't know what you were. I know what you were like at the beginning, but you've changed. You've grown stronger. After that fight, you may even be on the same level of your dad.
uh, he just gets a little nervous at that. It's a little shocked. Thank you.
Of course. And also, his actions directly led to your actions. Sure, you struck out, but you wouldn't have struck out if he wasn't acting the way he did.
I know. But even though he was being rude, I still don't want to hurt the people I love. Even if he is the way he is.
Yeah, that's where I assume we're walking out, so he can't hear us.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
want him killing us.
As you guys exit through the foyer, Everett's mother, who's just starting composing herself, sees Sylvanas, pretty injured, honestly, as she looks horrified and begins breaking down again.
He's alive. I didn't hurt him. Honestly, no hard feelings. He warned me, and I disregarded his warnings.
She looks like she's in no condition to talk. The butler just looks at you. very disapprovingly.
I shrug my shoulders at him.
This poor woman is a nervous wreck.
I know.
To be fair, she's lost 2 sons in the last week.
And now she won't lose a third.
Yeah. I mean, technically, Dad's had to go and never come back.
We'll see. We'll see how long that holds.
Would you like some ointment applied to your wounds?
No, here, Everett will hand you a healing potion.
No, Rumble, your healing's not good enough. Take mine.
No.
I know. You want me to do
Yeah.
it. Sorry, I have to inject a little levity here.
Yeah.
Too many players have anxiety in this game for me not to do so for mental health reasons.
Nah, that's fine. Oh.
I re-rolled it. Take it.
Nah, it's fine.
You wouldn't have been able to stop the +2 anyway.
Do you have anything to say to your mom, Everett? Or are we leaving?
You think for a moment, Everett, that maybe, for now, at the very least, it's best to leave things as is so everyone can calm down.
We should get going. She's obviously not doing well.
Alright. I begin to walk out. Once we're like 50 feet away from the house. Alright, give me that potion, please. I'm in pain. This hurts. I wanted to remain like stoic and cool and mysterious in front of them, but fuck, ow, give me the glug the potion down.
Rumble just watches his money is pissed away. Just like shrugs.
Oh no.
Then I can take yours, Rumble, fuck.
He just does medicine on you.
Okay. I was assuming you were doing like your daily ones.
I could do those as well.
But
That would have been better in the moments that you were bleeding, because it would have made it a flat check of like 10 instead.
Mm.
Oh man, we were like swimming all the day before, right?
Yeah.
Would you say I have a fresh batch of herbs?
Sure.
Let's go, kelp potions.
Hey, yeah, you swam down, just grabbed some random plants.
So, wait a second, I need to get something. Just dives down, grabs a bunch of plants.
He is the fastest swimmer in the group. It would be easy enough. And with mine, we'll go for a 30 check. Why not?
Oh,
Great.
What?
Injuries? What injuries?
They're gone.
I suppose it did take like 80 damage almost during that, so.
30, so that's going to be 48 plus 30.
$38 plus 30, you said?
48.
48. Oh, 48. I see. 51.
Oh,
Should put you almost back to max.
that actually put me at max
Oh, did it? Oh, nice.
after the 25.
There, that should be better. You're kind of covered in salves where like he like nicked you across the face and everything. There's one that looks like it was almost going for your neck.
I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna tell my mom about these scars, but they're worth it.
Go ahead, real quick. Make a fort save for me, please.
Curiosity.
Out of curiosity.
Oh, okay.
No, he poisoned the blade
Why?
too. That your head would have been lopped from your shoulders.
Let's go.
Ah!
See ya. New character time. Let's go.
Such a funny way to die.
You've been
TBH.
building up. So
To be
like, 'cause
fair-
once this character, it's gone.
It was a keen Vorpal blade. I thought that would trigger the reaction. Technically, it wouldn't have. You need to roll an actual nat 20 for Vorpals. Snicker
Yes.
snack.
Oh. Okay.
So that wouldn't have happened actually, but in the moment I didn't know that. So we probably just accidentally killed your character. But it's a DC 37 fort save, or you're decapitated.
God.
Which is well, that's higher than I thought it was.
Yeah.
12 or higher after all?
I'd have to roll an 8.
It's like a 30 something.
Yeah,
I
37.
bet I could make that super easy.
I'm sure you could.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, roll it right now.
Yeah, go ahead. You did better than
Easy.
you. Though he did roll a 12 and only got 32. So.
Easiest check of my life. Oh no, even Rumble.
Oh.
Oh
Man.
Oh wait. No, it's not even a success. Damn.
Yeah. Oh no.
Hey, wait, don't worry, you take half damage.
no! Now I'm curious.
He just gets half his head lopped off.
This man goes on a killing spree.
Dead.
Oh.
Fidget
No!
would have
Yeah!
survived.
Yeah.
But who would you use the reaction on, Fidget?
Oh god.
Who's your favorite child?
Who do you want dead?
You're all her favorite children.
Mm,
Hmm.
okay.
She's been
Man,
for every one of you. Not one of you has gone without.
you know, the worst part too is like an accidental character death with like misinterpreting the keen rule still counts. So
Yeah.
like, still would have stayed dead. They just walk back. That would be so awkward too.
It would
It's like
be.
one of
I
the
would have
last
felt
couple
so
sec-
bad.
seconds. Like making that good ass argument and then just shoop. And like, uh-oh.
Also, don't feel bad. If it had happened, we walk into these situations knowing what our characters are getting themselves into. I've played
yeah.
a character that has put themselves in a situation where they could have easily died. Devin and Alex were in that game for that one.
We all have. All of us have done that. In our own
It's
little
okay.
ways.
Never feel bad. It's a character decision to either cross a line or to push ourselves to that point.
Yeah, never do it. Never feel bad about it.
That's
Uh,
true.
The part that is the oh man, that would be awkward and suck is the like I know how Sylvanas has been like building up how the campaign has affected like her the entire time, and then right at the end point just be like, alright, new character.
Yeah.
Would be really funny. In like a really fucked up way, it would be really funny. And sad.
Yeah.
I think Everett would have gone fucking nuts.
Yeah, that blade, by the way, is a family blade that's been passed down from the generations. It was said to have once decapitated a demon lord back in the day.
Whoa.
It's a elven curve, major striking +3 elven curve blade with keen, which means it rolls a 19. It's a crit, and Vorpal.
Based.
Hey, look, Everett, you're the only one in the running for it.
I'm kidding.
Your guns.
You'll get the sword at some point.
He has a couple more
God.
brothers.
Yeah, I got a
Oh,
lot
but
of
we have work to
siblings.
do.
Oh, okay.
We'll take care of that.
Is that
Oh,
the
God,
youngest,
no.
right?
Or we'll just wait. I assume they're also in the military.
Yeah.
So we'll just wait a few days.
Well,
Oh, God.
Ryfun, who's the one you guys met before, is just like a guard of the foreign quarter.
He'll get conscripted soon.
Oh god. It's okay if he dies, he's an asshole.
Like I said, we give it a few days. You'll be the last remaining child, and then eventually you'll get the sword.
God.
Unfortunately, it's a two-hander, so it completely ruins Everett's build.
No,
But
we'll
he
just
could just
retrain.
retrain. It's fine.
You can just
Yeah.
retrain.
It's like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, it's 2 weeks to learn your father's sword, who definitely just recently passed.
I mean, it's even better because he's a fighter, so he just has that 2, I think. 2 or 1 floating feats at this moment.
It's true.
just fighters are perfect for that.
Yeah, but he's just got to get rid of double slice and flensing slice.
Yeah, you just that
Probably
you
his
get
whole-
power strike.
Because didn't you take like dual wielder or dual weapon fighter as your free archetype?
Yeah.
You just take
Uh,
Mauler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go to Mauler. It's true. That makes that weapon so much more terrifying, actually.
Perfect, we'll just kill my whole family. I'm kidding.
Exactly.
Get rid of them. Yeah,
Yeah,
it would give you some
2
fun
free
stuff.
floating feats with improved flexibility.
It gives you the free stuff, like you'd get 3 selections of knockdown or power attack, and then you can pick it up normally. Then you can improve them later. God, that'd be scary.
Yeah, it would. Would very quickly convert Everett's build into a very meta build.
Oh no, never mind.
The sacrifices we need to make.
But yeah, this is, by the way, using information gained from last October. I have all the names right here.
Yo.
Yeah.
Why I tell you guys, give me stuff, give me ammo, I will hurt you.
Yay.
Anyway, so, yeah, you guys make your way, I guess, back to Sylvanas' mom's place. William finishes his learning a spell and Fidget shortly before finishes helping the Arcanist learn of the machinations of the Listenessa's ring. The item is called, the artifact itself. So, y'all eventually meet back up. Sylvanas is covered in salve.
Ayo.
The hell happened to you?
The Lion of Absalom said, "Don't approach, or I'll cut your head off."
And so naturally you approached.
Yeah.
Do you wait
And they
until your
did-
mom's out of the room to say this?
I assume it's. I mean, it's during the daytime. I assume she's working.
And is this a good return, bad return, mixed return?
Mixed. He was giant dick, TBH. But then when I approached him, he said, "Don't approach," and then as he was striking me, I was just maintaining a defensive posture as I said what I wanted to say. And eventually, he kind of just collapsed, let go of the sword that he was holding, and didn't say another word. We left. Yeah.
Huh? Pretty sure you made Callistra proud.
I hope so. I don't know what this has to do much with revenge.
No, but she does mention against those who wrong others. I mean, you can kind of tell he's an asshole without even meeting his dad just by seeing his oldest.
True.
It gave me the impression his father never wanted kids, he wanted soldiers. And when he finally had an actual kid, he didn't know what to do with them, so he pretty much pushed him until he broke.
And now that kid has helped slay 4 dragons and almost a 5th. And
Yeah. He's got a lot to come to terms with. And that glory is going to be Everett's alone, not anything family related.
it's true.
Because he chose to push him away. In the end, even if things don't work out, Everett, you still got us. We're family.
He just smiles softly. And says, I know I do. Thank you.
Here, you'll need this. So she just hands you a handkerchief.
He'll give you a hug. He needs a hug.
Here, handkerchief. Oh, okay, we can do hugs.
He just hugs you tightly because all this shit that's just happened.
She pats your back and waits for you to finish in your own time. When you're done, she like straightens your hair because it's probably a mess.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Alright. You should probably go wash your face. You look like you have been swallowing salt water.
He nods his head and goes upstairs.
Also, on the way back to Sylvanas' place, Fidget is rambling about quantum physics of interplanar travel and all of the mumbo-jumbo she heard because she has no idea what the fuck it is. She hopes William understands what she says.
Well, if he doesn't, I bet he'll pretend to.
Are you joking? I understand all of it. Definitely understand some of it. I'll pretend I know the last bit. Rumble's right about that.
Alright, you're healed up. Those scars are going to be a rough one, though, but... Yes, a lot of people like scars.
Yeah. I can say I survived an encounter with the Lion of Absalom.
Very few can claim that.
Definitely feel bad for the many pirates he's killed over the years.
Yeah.
All right. So you will rest, I'm assuming, for the evening, unless you have any more conversations.
No, Fidget's head hurts. She's going to bed.
Everett's emotionally exhausted. He'll go to sleep.
All right. Sylvanas,
Hi.
that night you dream. Though, rather than seeing a lavish bedchamber and an extremely attractive goddess, you get a flashback of the encounter you just had. All done in slow motion. Every sensation of pain felt and amplified by the reduction of time. it's not a pleasant feeling, to say the least, but there's some satisfaction in it, as with every word you say, you see Everett's father seem to take ghostly damage. By the time the memory fades, you hear a somewhat sinister but feminine laugh, and you awaken that next day with more divine power.
Oh,
You gain the advanced domain for the pain domain, giving you access to retributive pain.
Hey.
Which, as a reaction, a creature within range damages you with a range of 30 feet. They need to make a basic fortitude save or take half mental damage equal to half the triggering take damage equal to half the triggering damage in mental damage.
oh shit.
Save that for a really good crit attack.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, and it's a
They-
focus spell, so you get another focus point.
Yeah. You save that for some big like attack, and they're like, ha ha ha, you're taking a bunch of 100 damage, and you go, mm-hmm. And
No,
this
you.
focus point. There's no you reversal. And that is a really good spell. Holy shit.
Very thematic.
Fair.
I
It's supposed
was
to counter me.
I was checking over your character sheet, and I was like, oh, that's very coincidental. That seems almost perfect.
Yay, parental issues. I bet.
Ooh.
I mean, the domain spells are really cool.
They are
They
actually
are.
really good.
They're all really interesting.
Some of them are really flavorfully satisfying as well.
I literally crafted an entire character because I read the soul domain. I was like, this is the coolest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go over each of the ones that changed in Player Core 2. I'm not excited about that. There's so many domain spells. But yeah, you must have done something right. At the very least, you shoved it in Everett's father's face, and that seemed to have done well by Callistra. Would have been so much easier for him if you just fought back, but you never did. Alrighty, so a bunch of time, well, not a bunch of time, over the course of the next couple of days, even though the water creeps closer and closer up the island, various arcanists and people are hard at work to do everything you guys need to have done. All you guys need to do is go retrieve the prototype for the Sapphire Cutter and teleport out and head to the blue hole. So, you guys have a couple days of time to do whatever you need in the city. Willow Gift is willing to vouch for y'all that whatever you're doing is going to help save the city, and so you all get funded 5,000 gold each for whatever you need.
Shit.
Now, if there's any narrative stuff you guys want to do in this time, I recommend doing it, because over the next couple sessions, I'm going to wager we're going to be rushing to the end of the story.
Oh god, not that pop-up. That pop-up always scares me.
And we might end up ending early, because I figure when you guys start going for the Sapphire Cutter and heading out, that's when like the end game happens, and I'd like to at least try for everyone to be here. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
For sure.
Also, yeah, in reality, we'd spend time looking through like the item stuff, and that doesn't need to be like
Streamed, yeah,
streamed either.
necessarily. So, whatever you guys would like to do now for your narratives, do it. Booter's just gonna have to suck it, unfortunately.
Fidget will want to look for Roy.
Okay.
Let's see if I can buy William a shield.
Probably a shield.
All right. So heading out to Roy's place, where his place once was is now deeply underwater. But you do hear that in Shoreline, some of the folk have taken him and, oh goodness, what was the other guy's name? So much has happened. I was looking through so many names. Your cult friend who's converted.
Yeah.
Is that
Starts with
Okeanos?
an O.
Okeanos.
Yeah.
There it is. Okeanos, and they've been taken in by some of the people who live further ashore.
She goes in, knocks on the door for the people that have taken Roy in.
They're like, oh yes, of course. Roy kind of sees you and is just like, oh, I see our wayward daughter has returned to us, hopefully with good news.
Hopefully. And she catches him up on all the things that have transpired in the plane of water. Getting to see one of Lisa Ness's ancient cities, what it used to be and what it could become, and the journey down to the Pearl itself.
When you tell these stories, both Roy and Okeanos seem enraptured, in awe. And Roy speaks and he's like, well, I'm glad you're all right, but you were definitely chosen for this, Fidget. I feel like I can't even give you any pet names anymore. Mother has chosen you.
Now to just continue with the next part, and it's going to be a rough next bit of time. But I wanted to make sure you all knew. But if this goes through successfully, I have ideas for how to help our followers. Because I can now teleport to that home city.
Okeanos nods. Well, I've been keeping my thumb on the various members ever since I've left, and I've sad to report that they've been going around the outskirts of Absalom, destroying fields and any stores of food that they have. Some of them have even lost their lives in the attempts. The city guards are guarding what few fields we have left, but with the rising tide and food supplies now dwindling, I don't know how much longer this city has. Weeks at most.
And that's why I'm going to do what we have to do. But I wanted to make sure that once I get back, there is hope to rebuild. We started from the ground up. Heck, I started in the puddles. Just proof you can grow from anywhere.
Of course, Champion Pearl Seeker.
I appreciate the honorifics, Ray. It feels weird. I much prefer the pet names.
Well, it's Okeanos, but Roy just smiles and he says, "You have to grow up someday."
True. But I also love the connections I've made with people so far. And no matter how advanced I get, you will always be my teacher.
He wraps his arm around your head and he says, and kind of ruffles your hair, and he says, "How did that little train wreck of a gnome I found all those years ago turn to become so mature and put together?"
I had some friends that helped me out. Also got blown up a few times. I think my head finally got in the right place after that.
Ah, I should have given you a few more knockings then.
She chuckles, couldn't it might have worked.
He smiles. The people that have taken them in are kind of like watching this, and they're looking at you in awe, Fidget. Seems now even your mere presence is starting to convert people to Lisanessa.
Are they like watching off to the side, or are they just staying in the room observing?
I mean, like they're trying to be out of your way. They're more or less strangers to you.
Mm-hmm. But that's all I want to do is to check in and keep you guys up to date. And hopefully when I come back from this time, I'll have great news.
I know you will. Okeana steps up. And if you need anything, Pearl Seeker, just know that I'm at your disposal.
I appreciate it. Actually, now that I think about it, do you happen to know anyone who can sail a ship?
Unfortunately, most of my kin have taken to swimming rather than sailing.
It was worth a shot. She looks over to the family that's taken them in and goes, "Thank you. They are a close family of mine. I'm very glad to see others can help out with them."
Yes, of course. We're more than happy to help.
She gives Ray a final hug and a firm handshake to Okeanos, and then eventually leaves and joins the group again.
Okay. Any other story stuff y'all want to get through?
Would it be okay if I put flowers in the grave of my siblings that died?
It would be a little difficult. Your family has an on-site mausoleum, so
Oh, never mind.
if
never
you would like
mind.
to sneak onto their site, you could, I suppose.
Let's go, Everett. Let's do this.
Okay, let's do this.
All right. In the dead of night, on one of the nights you have, you sneak into your family's mausoleum, placing flowers upon the graves of your two older brothers.
I promise I won't avenge you guys. I'm sorry. I won't fail you again. He says it softly. And then he goes.
Okay. Anything else? All right. We'll go ahead and leave it off there. Some fun things. So Jack Thomas, his house is gone.
Oh no.
Smart.
Yeah. He saw what was going on. He's just like, this isn't good. And he left.
Based.
Based.
I don't want to move. Let me just move the house. I mean, it seems like he had so much work setting everything up.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he had some access to some very strong and unique powers. I don't think there's any other things that were missed at this point. But you guys do know, on the day that you guys are set out, you are joined by a captain hired by Willowgift himself. As Captain Mary will be helping pilot the ship.
Let's go!
Yes.
missed him.
Your old summoner captain friend.
Good to see you again. Glad to see you're still in one piece.
Well, with you guys, I heard that you were going out on another version of the Sapphire Cutter, and I knew there could only be one captain, especially after what you did to the last one.
That was not us.
I'll make sure this one doesn't sink.
There's no one else I
Very
would
fair.
trust.
It's true.
I don't have the same sentiment. I have no idea who you are.
As do I. It's nice meeting you. I trust you with the ship. I bet you're better than the last guy. Whoever that was.
He leans in close to you. He was a good friend of mine.
Then I apologize.
He leans back. And Captain Mary, you never actually met before, actually, Alex.
No.
He's a half dwarf. He's a big half dwarf, though. He's a human half dwarf. He looks like the spirit of Christmas Present from the Muppets movie.
Oh, fun. You know, that's the one I like, so.
Yeah, he's the fun one. So.
Yeah, I just mean the Muppets version of Chris.
Oh, I mean that too. That's fair.
Because that's like the best adaptation, TBH.
I agree. Yeah, and he is he's a summoner, and he has a undead phantom eidolon called Deadman.
Saved us from falling into the portal.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, he's an ex-Navy captain. He's sailed much of the seas, and he was very instrumental. He kind of left after the first excursion because it was kind of well outside of his depth. But I guess same for Greg, to be honest. So but for this time, things are getting close to the wire, and he's gonna put his skills to use. But all right, so in lieu of experience today, you all level up.
Oh,
Oh shit. It's a flat level.
Most of you I think were like a couple hundred away anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were close.
Yeah,
I was 145 away.
So I figured rather than kind of going through the granularity of it and the unlikelihood that you'll level in the next session, a couple sessions, Might as well just give it to you now.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Not quite as high a level as I was expecting for you guys to get. I guess it just went a little bit faster than I anticipated. That's fine.
That's such a good wizard feat. I wish I had more sustain abilities.
Yeah, it's really
Effortless concentration.
good. Yeah, most casters have that one. It's very solid.
It's so good. I just don't ever sustain.
It's
like ever.
great for summoners.
Oh,
I know.
100%. If I was
Uh,
a summoner or a witch, holy shit.
yeah, witch especially. Yeah. Also, don't forget you guys have 5,000 gold.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I will say, Sylvanas, go ahead and take an extra hero point for next session. So yeah, you'll start with 2.
Mhm.
And let's go ahead and give some kudos. I'm sure you guys have some good kudos to give today.
Sylvanas for being the biggest middle finger to Everett's dad.
Yes.
It's a good scene. It's a good scene. I thoroughly
Very
enjoyed
good.
it. I mean, you were rewarded plenty for it, but I'll say, like, good show.
Y'all did good there.
Everett too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
emotion.
I say like at the people who were present who took part, like that was good. It was very a hit. See why you took a break for it.
Yeah, I got so angry I went nonverbal for a sec there and my hands were fucking shaking. I was legitimately super pissed, IRL.
I'm sorry.
Understandable.
You're welcome, but I'm sorry.
Thank you, and apology accepted.
How about you, Alicia? That was your moment after all.
True.
That was scary, but it was great.
It's okay.
I loved it.
You guys are saved from my worst days when like every chapter had some terrible stuff happening to the party.
Every chapter was that.
Ugh.
It was fun, but also ouch.
I've learned. I'm added more levity and more safety nets.
I also enjoyed the part of like acting stoic until you got outside and were just like, please give it to me.
That was
Yeah.
particularly good. I really enjoyed that one. That also
was
harkens back
funny.
to some of our older games. We've done some similar stuff, so it's a good moment to see relived.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
Oh,
I got a skill feat that for Cam ever tries to go, no, you can't roll Arcana for that. I can go, excuse me, and roll Arcana anyways.
That's going to be genuinely handy because a lot of magic stuff you're coming up to is going to be mostly divine.
Oh yeah, because it's unified theory. If
Yep.
I'm legendary in Arcana, which I am, whenever you use a skill action or a skill feat that requires a nature, occultism, or religion check, depending on the magic tradition, you can use. Well, that doesn't exist. Depending on the magic tradition, you can use Arcana instead.
Well,
If you
magic
would
traditions
normally-
exist.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah,
You're
I thought it
thinking
was the-
schools.
I am thinking of schools.
Yeah, no.
You can use
Traditions are
Arcana
primal,
instead.
occult, divine.
Oh yes, you're very correct. If you would normally take a penalty or have a higher DC for using Arcana on any other magic, such as using Identify magic, you no longer do so. Nature check, nuh-uh, Arcana.
Yep.
Unified theory.
You understand magic at its core.
Hell yeah. Also, scintillating spell meta magic. When I chain lightning, anyone that fails for an extra action, they have to make another save. They have to make another reflex save. And if they fail it, they'll be dazzled. If they crit fail, they're blinded for a round.
Jesus.
It's very cool. But yeah, it is largely gotta say, yeah, kudos for just the emotional beat in Everett's story. As y'all did very good.
Thank you.
And it honestly, it's hard to remember what we did before that. I'll be completely real. It felt like the session started with Everett's dad yelling at them.
I mean, all we really did was pretty much go talk to Willow Gaff
That's true.
after coming up
Yeah.
with a plan and then just showing up, and then it's like, okay, we split off. Then the story felt like it hit the point because we got Everett's stuff.
Good. Hopefully it was impactful.
It was. I wish I was there to punch him in the face.
I'm sure.
I got to mentally punch him in the face.
You got to mentally punch him in the face, but man, feels like that guy deserved a hit to the face.
Yeah.
The fact that Everett was able to hit him, given how strong this man is, that should have made him impressed.
It's true, actually.
Alright, I'm giving Fidget Blink charge,
Ooh.
and I've upped it to 7th rank.
I've done it.
Oh.
I've achieved further greatness.
Let's go.
Also, damn, didn't quite hit 300 HP this round.
Can we level 17?
No.
I'm at 298. No.
No.
Just go get a Aeon Stone. Get the pink one. Pink rhomboid. Because I think 5 temp HP.
Oh yeah, there's also the ring. I think that gives you 10 HP or whatever it was.
Let's go get you a Constitution Apex.
Oh,
arrow.
there's the belt that just gives me like 4 HP.
Yeah.
Theoretically, would a spirit drown?
No.
Okay. Curious.
I'm curious. But yeah, hopefully I did your part justice. Everett kept telling me, or well, Alicia specifically kept telling me, yeah, just make sure like my dad's a dick.
How you wish for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can make it sound like he's caring or whatever. Just make sure he's a dick though. He shows his true colors.
Kudos to the GM then. You made a convincing character I legitimately hated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
I liked him.
He seems like a good fella.
The entire table just looks.
Out of pocket. I'm just kidding.
He's such a nice guy.
I wish
That
he was my
stupid
dad.
kid.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of the things he said ring some truth.
Rang some truth, but probably for the wrong reasons.
I'm probably just done it the wrong way, but you know, he is grieving the loss of 2 of his sons.
So he decides to lash out at the one that finally shows up that he thought he lost.
Yeah,
This man needs therapy.
yeah, but it was specifically stated he was not fit for work anymore, so he really does actually. But no,
He needed it before, though, but
I'm sure. I'm
especially
sure.
I mean, I happen to know a vampire from another universe. We can just suck her over here, just give her some time with him.
But good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. I'm glad I could give you some spicy emotions to deal with for the session. I will give a kudo to Fidget for your scene with Roy and Okeanos. It's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. And yeah, it feels like you guys are really coming into your own now. But with that, I guess we'll go ahead and say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night.
Nighty night.
Good night. Tune in for the next session or two as we will be quickly approaching the finale.